consolidating debt definitely helps. So even HEX debt. So a lot of people carrying HEX and they're like, well, I don't need to pay back my HEX. I only pay back when I earn a certain income. But that actually does impact your borrowing quite a lot. So if you can clear that ASAP or consolidate it into one. If you've already got a property and you've got equity, which a lot of people do because they bought in the last 2 or 3 years or before that and they already held that property, they can borrow at, say, 5% interest or a little bit less than that if it's owner occupied, and they can, clear their credit card, they clear the personal loan, clear the car loan, clear the HEX, and have it all consolidated into one. They can still pay that portion faster. So sometimes, the downfall is you're going to spread it out over 30 years compared to, say, 5 years on a personal loan or a car loan. But if you split the loan, and sometimes people do this who are smart with money. So say you owe, 500 grand on your home loan and you're consolidating 100,000 worth of personal debt. Well, you're going to clear all those other loans, not pay high interest on them, and you're going to improve your borrowing capacity. But now you've got a mortgage of, 600,000. So what you do is you keep the 500,000 as your regular home loan that you already owed before, and you have a second loan, a loan split for 100 grand. So now you know that 100 grand relates to all your other debts that you consolidated. So when you're managing your money, you can start to automate and pay back that 100 grand as soon as possible. So still pay the minimum on your 500 grand because you're going to have to pay that anyway, right? But hammer down that 100 grand loan. Don't put it in your offset, pay it straight to the loan. And another thing that helps is to ask your employer to do it. So they've got sophisticated payroll systems that you can actually just say, can you pay this amount to my normal bank account, but pay this amount into this other account? So you can give them the BSB and account number of that consolidated loan, and then they'll pay that amount straight out of your pay, so you never even see it. Out of sight, out of mind, and that debt will just get paid every single payday, right? And you start living off of what's left, and it'll disappear. So 100 grand, you end up paying 4.5% on 100 grand over 5 years, or however long it takes you, depending how much you can pay to it, compared to having HEX here, car loan there, paying high rates there, and then ultimately you might end up paying I don't know the exact figures, but the amount of interest you'd pay back would be significantly less, and that saving can now go towards your home loan, because then that 100 grand will be gone, and all of a sudden you've just freed up a whole bunch of cash flow, and now it goes to your home loan. You start building that up. So that's how it's like this compounding effect. The more you start it, you start to get that compounding effect, and then that can help you to build more equity, and then the loan's coming down, value's going up, you got more equity, and you can use that to buy yourself a commercial property or an income producing asset. And that's why I mentioned the consolidation or the balance transfer, because if there is a strategy that you can get that highest interest rate to a lower rate sooner than later and then pay it down, then you're going to be paying off the principal faster. But if you can't do that, for whatever reason you can't get a balance transfer, you can't consolidate to a lower rate, then yes, just redirect all your extra repayments to that highest interest loan first. And that could also be through your employer or a dedicated debt repayment account, right? Because some of them don't accept BSB and an account number, they only do BPay. So then you open up like a debt repayment bank account and you automate. So you set up an automatic transfer for a set amount to go every single week into that account or every single paycheck. And then from there you set up a BPay or a direct debit and you pay that straight to the credit card with the highest interest rate. And that will disappear. I did that, and then once the debts are gone, you keep up that same level of that same amount that you were automating, but now you redirect it to savings, or you redirect it to something that you're saving for specifically, whether it's a property or having a baby or going overseas. But at least you can expedite that, and then when you realize that all your money is now being put to savings and you don't have any more debt, that's the most liberating feeling. And then the only debt you ever take is leverage debt, where it's income producing and tax deductible. Then it's not bad debt, it's good debt.